الحمد لله نحمده ونستغفره ونستعين به ونستنصره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا محمدا صلى الله عليه وسلم أدى الأمانة وبلغ الرسالة ونصح الأمة فجزاك الله عنا خيرا من الخير يا رسول الله. I here testify that there is no one deserves to be worshipped but Allah Azza wa Jalla. I also testify that Muhammad is his dear messenger and mercy for the creation. Dear brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In my previous khutbah, we started talking about a great verse in the Holy Quran. It's verse number 83 from Surah Al-Qasas, where Allah Azza wa Jal says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم تلك الدار الآخرة نجعلها للذين لا يريدون علوا في الأرض ولا فسادا والعاقبة للمتقين صدق الله العظيم. Indeed, the paradise, the home of the hereafter, we assign it to those who do not desire exaltedness upon the earth, nor wish to make mischief. And indeed, the ultimate good is only for the God-fearing and the righteous people. Sadaqallahu al-Azim. And we have defined two things that the believer should avoid, which al-kibr and al-i'jab. And we mentioned that al-kibr is actually it is what we define it in English as arrogance. Is actually when you are elevating yourself over the others, and you feel like you're big and you are above the people, and you have favor upon the people around you. And al-i'jab is the wonder, which is the self-conceit. It is that you always see yourself that you are so good, you are always appreciate what you're doing, you think what you are doing is so much for the people around you, and you have favor upon the people around you. So these are good definitions. We went and we elaborated on those pretty in detail last week, inshallah. Alhamdulillah. So we need to understand al-kibr. Al-kibr is the arrogance. This is the first sin that Allah Azza wa Jal was disobeyed by in Jannah, when Satan refused to bow down to Adam, when Allah Azza wa Jal ordered him to do. And Allah Azza wa Jal says, وَإِذْ قُلْنَا لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ اسْجُدُوا لِآدَمَ فَسَجَدُوا إِلَّا إِبْلِيسَ أَبَى وَاسْتَكْبَرَ وَكَانَ مِنَ الْكَافِرِينَ. So Allah Azza wa Jal ordered the Malaika to bow down to Adam. Everybody did except Satan. He refused, he felt arrogant, and he was among the kafirin. And what was the justification for Satan not to bow down to Adam? He said, Allah Azza wa Jalla says, قال ما منعك ألا تسجد لما خلقت بيدي أستكبرت أم كنت من العالين? Why didn't you bow down to what I have created with my own hands? أستكبرت, are you among the arrogant people? أم كنت من العالين, you are seeking self-exaltedness yourself. قال أنا خير منه خلقتني من نار وخلقته من طين. I am better than him. You created me from fire, and you created him from mud, and fire is better than mud. So this is where the arrogant people think they are better than the others. Same way Satan had felt with himself that he is better than Adam alayhi salam. Ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anhu, he said, al-halaku fitnatayn. You will be destroyed, your a'mal will be null, your khatimah will not be good in two things, al-qunut wal-'udb. Al-qunut is the despair. You feel there is no hope for you, and this is out of it's called qunut in Islam. That means a Muslim should not feel that he is hopeless. This is a point where Allah Azza wa Jal actually is testing you, but at any point you should not feel that you are so desperate that there is no hope and there is no solution coming from Allah Azza wa Jal or not that qunut. Wal-'ujb is the wonder, the self-conceit that you're always proud of yourself, you always feel that you are above the other. The scholars, they mentioned ثلاث كلمات مهلكات. 3 words are actually nulling your a'mal and they're destroying your a'mal. أنا ولي وعندي. أنا, I am. And we say always in any conversation, I. And also li, I own, I have. And وعندي is I have, same thing. أنا قالها الشيطان. The Satan said I, which he said أنا خير منه. The same verse we have translated earlier. And Allah Azza wa Jalla kicked him out of Jannah and out of His mercy, and he will be eternal in the hellfire because of that sin that he had committed when he disobeyed Allah Azza wa Jalla out of istighfar. And we mentioned in the previous khutbah that all sins could be forgiven except those things that associated with ulu, with you are elevating yourself, with look at the Pharaoh, look at the Qarun, look at all these examples, Qawm 'Ad and Thamud. These people who felt arrogantly that they are better than the others, Allah Azza wa Jal destroyed fully, and they have no mercy in the hereafter. They will be eternal in Jahannam. And also the Pharaoh, وَنَادَى فِرْعَوْنُ فِي قَوْمِهِ قَالَ يَا قَوْمِ أَلَيْسَ لِي مِلْكُ مِصْرَ. Don't I own the Pharaoh, he said. Don't I own the land of Egypt and these rivers that the Nile, that it is actually flowing from beneath me? And his people were following him. Yes, you are the one. And Allah Azza wa Jal drowned him in the water, and he made him ayah. He made him ayah because some of them, they say his body was retrieved. So today it is shown that he is the one who disobeyed Allah Azza wa Jal in Egypt. And Harun, Aaron also said it when he said, قال إنما أوتيته على علم عندي. All this money I have earned, it is because the knowledge I have, but because Allah Azza wa Jal gave it to him. So Allah Azza wa Jal collapsed the ground underneath his house and his property, and he was disappeared. Wise man says, we have a poem in Arabic. We say, ملء السنابل تنحني بتواضع والفارغات رؤوسهن شوامخ. That full spikes of weeds bow down with humility. However, the empty ones have their lofty heads above arrogance. So if you look at the field of weeds, you see the ones are full heads, they are dangling down. And the ones are empty, they don't carry any crops on the top, they are standing up. And this is exactly the point. That means don't feel if you are actually being arrogant around the people and trying to extend your neck and see I. Actually, there is nothing up there. And that's the issue. Brothers and sisters, there are many types of arrogance in our life. We are not pharaohs, we are not Aaron, alhamdulillah, we are not 'Ad and Thamud. But we can actually contract down on ourselves when we see that our sons and daughters could be actually arrogant when they are dealing with us as parents, when they do not listen to us, when they think they know better than us. And whenever you try to advise your kid, he comes to you, I know more than you, or all the stories that you know. This is type of arrogance we need to be aware of. If we are youth, we need to understand how to talk to our parents. The spouses, the man and the woman, when they are talking to each other, sometimes you feel the arrogance coming from the father, sometimes the arrogance comes from the mother, and they see also play this game, who knows more and who has favor on the family more than the other. The students, sometimes students think that they know better than their teacher, and this teacher knows nothing, I know better than him. all the story that we know, and definitely this is type of ulu and arrogance we should not have. The manager in his company or in his business, when he is dealing with the people working under him arrogantly and treating them arrogantly and telling them they don't know what to do, I know everything, I made this company, oh, this is type of arrogance we need actually to get rid of. The scholar who knows the religion well, but however when he is asked about his opinion, he shows all these moves that he is the one, he is the knowledgeable one, and he earned it, and he studied long days and nights to earn this knowledge, and there is sometimes a price to transfer this knowledge from him to the others. So all these brothers and sisters types of arrogance that it is in our life, we need to get rid of it. And don't think you are immune from it. Sayyidina Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu from hadith Urwa ibn Zubayr radiallahu anhu said, رأيت عمر بن الخطاب رضي الله عنه على عاتقه قربة ماء. Urwa ibn Zubayr said, I saw Amir al-Mu'mineen Umar ibn al-Khattab carrying a jar of water on his shoulder. فقلت يا أمير المؤمنين, I said, oh Amir al-Mu'mineen, لا ينبغي لك هذا. This should not be for you. You are our Amir, and you are going to the well to bring water, and you are carrying that on your shoulder. So Sayyidina Umar ibn al-Khattab said, لما أتاني الوفود سامعين ومطيعين دخلت في نفسي نفسه. So he said, when I saw those delegations coming to me from all parts of the world, and they are hearing and submitting, I felt some pride and wonder that Sayyidina Umar. So he wanted to tame that desire or that feeling and break it. So he went and he carried the jar and he filled it with water, and he was doing like the servant. So this is Sayyidina Umar ibn Khattab, and he is the person whose iman is ranked third after the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and Sayyidina Abu Bakr. So no one among us is immune from that feeling. Sometimes when you have it, you have to break it, you have to stop it, you have to tame it. So what are the things that we can do actually to overcome this nature in us? And I bet you it's in every one of us. Remember your life, remember your sequel of events. You will see sometimes that you feel that you have this feeling, the feeling of arrogance, the pride, the wonder of yourself. You feel it. So first of all, you need to understand that the arrogant people is despised by the people. The arrogant person never likes, nobody likes that person, nobody likes to meet with him, nobody wants to stand with him. So definitely it is that understanding you need to know that if you are an arrogant person, definitely you are not like this person. And one of the wise men mentioned, Al-Mutakabbir Kafsa'id Fawq al-Jabal. He gave the example of the arrogant person like the one who is climbing a mountain. يَرَى النَّاسَ صِغَارًا. He sees the people very small beneath him. However, وَيَرَوْنَهُ صَغِيرًا. And they see him also small. So you need to understand, if you see the people small, they see you small. And that's something you need to keep in mind, that arrogance is a character in you. You should, you know it is despised by the people. You need to understand the punishment of that, where we mentioned that al-aqibatu lil-muttaqin, and dar al-akhirah only for the people who are humble for people. So definitely it is, if you want to grant yourself a ticket for Jannah, you need to make sure that this habit in you is null and gone. And Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said from Sahih Muslim, لا يدخل الجنة من كان في قلبه مثقال ذرة من كبر. No one will enter paradise that has an atom weight of arrogance. So you can imagine that.